Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava, page 27b, at the top of the page with the words Kamash Malan, Te'ein Holchin B'mamon Achar Harov. The Mishnah teaches us that the court does not follow the majority with regard to monetary matters, and in cases of uncertainty, the burden of proof rests upon the claimant. The Mishnah teaches concerning the vessel placed in the public domain. If another person came and stumbled on it and broke it, he is exempt. The Gemara asks, why is he exempt? Although this happened in the public domain, he should examine the road and then continue walking. (10 plus 15 is 25). Okay. The sages of the school of Rav said, in the name of Rav, the ruling of the Mishnah is taught with regard to one who placed not just one barrel in the road, but rather filled the entire public domain with barrels blocking the path. Since the public domain belongs to everyone, a pedestrian is entitled to traverse the road, even if it necessitates breaking the vessel. Shmuel says the ruling of the Mishnah is taught with regard to a case where he broke it in the dark. Therefore, he could not have avoided breaking the barrel by examining the road in front of him. Rabbi Yochanan says the ruling of the Mishnah is taught with regard to a case where the barrel was placed at the corner of the road, and so the pedestrian could not have seen it as he rounded the corner before stumbling on it. Amr of Papa. Wednesday, Rav Papa. Yom Revi'i, Rav Papa. Said the Mishnah is precise only according to either the explanation of Shmuel or that of Rabbi Yochanan, but not that of Rav, as the Mishnah is explained in accordance with the explanation of Rav. What is the reason it refers specifically to a case where one stumbled on the barrel? Even if he broke the barrel intentionally, he should not be liable to pay, as the owner of the barrel had no right to block the public road. Amr Zvid. Rav Zvid said in the name of Rava, in defense of Rav's explanation, the same is true even if he broke the barrel intentionally. And as for this fact that the Tana of the Mishnah teaches a case where he stumbled, it is because he wants to teach in the last clause. And if he incurred damage due to the vessel, the owner of the chavit is liable to pay for his damage, as this ruling applies specifically when he stumbled. But if he broke the barrel intentionally and incurred damage in the process, the owner of the barrel is not required to compensate him. What is the reason for this? Although the pedestrian had the right to break the barrel, it is he who damaged himself by not being careful while breaking it. Therefore, in the first clause, the Mishnah teaches a case where he stumbled. Accordingly, the Mishnah's wording is precise according to Rav's explanation as well. Amar le Rabbi Abba le Rav Ashi. Rabbi Abba said to Rav Ashi that this is what they say in the West, in other words, Eretz Yisrael, in the name of Rabbi Ula, in the name. I wonder if Rabbi Ula is Ula. Sometimes they just say Ula. It's Rabbi Ula. Okay, anyway, in the explanation of the Mishnah, even if the barrel is clearly visible, one who stumbles on it is exempt from liability because the typical manner of people is not to examine the roads, as they assume that the road is unobstructed. Therefore, one who breaks an item placed in the road as a result of not watching is not liable to pay restitution. The Gemara relates there was an incident in Narda where pedestrians stumbled on a jug in an open area and broke it, and Shmuel deemed him liable to pay for the damage. A similar incident took place in Pumpedita, and Rava deemed the person liable to pay. The Gemara asks, granted, Shmuel ruled in accordance with his halachic opinion that the exemption stated in the Mishnah refers specifically to a case where one stumbles in the dark, as otherwise he is liable for breaking the barrel, since he should have examined the road. But with regard to Rava, shall we say that he holds in accordance with Shmuel's opinion that one who breaks an item in the public domain is exempt from paying for it only if it was dark? Amar Rav Papa. Rav Papa Wednesday Chanukah. Rav Papa said that an inference is not necessary, as this incident was at the corner where there was an olive press, where it is known that people put their jugs down while waiting for oil. Consequently, since they were acting with permission, a pedestrian should examine the road and then continue walking. Rav Chizda sent the following question to Rav Nachman. The sages said that when one strikes another, humiliating him, the judges determine liability according to the following formula. For kneeing him, he must pay 3 selah. For kicking, 5. And for punching him, 13. The Gemara asks, if so, for hitting him with the handle of a hoe, and for hitting him with the top of a hoe, what is the amount one is liable to pay him? Rav Nachman sent him the following response. Chizda, Chizda, are you collecting a fine for humiliation in Babylonia, where judges are not authorized to collect fines? Tell me how the incident itself transpired. Rav Chizda sent him a response. There is a certain cistern belonging to 2 people, whose arrangement was to alternate its use, so that every day one of them would draw from it in turn. It happened that one of them came and was drawing water on a day that was not his turn. His co-owner said to him, "This is my day to draw, not yours." His colleague did not pay attention to him. The person whose turn it was therefore took the handle of a hoe and struck the person who was stealing his water, who then sued for the damages. Rav Nachman said to him, in that case, he was right to do so, and he should have hit him even 100 times with the hoe. Even according to the one who says that a person may not take justice into his own hands, but lo avid inish deal in afshe, a person may not, but should go to court. In the case where there would be a loss involved, if no immediate action is taken, a person may take justice into his own hands. This is, as it was stated, that Rav Yehuda says a person may not take justice into his own hands, whereas Rav Nachman says a person may take justice into his own hands. Interesting. Where Rav Nachman says you could take it into your own hands, where there's an imminent loss, that, what if you can connect it to Breslow? Like Rav Nachman says that you can take when it comes to, you take, anyway, where there is an imminent loss that there will be suffered, an injured party does not take action. Everyone agrees that a person may take justice into his own hands. They disagree only when there is no imminent loss that will be suffered. Yehuda says that a person may not take justice into his own hands, because since there is no loss, he should go before a judge to have him enforce the law. Rav Nachman says that a person may take justice into his own hands since he is acting lawfully, as he is clearly in the right. He need not trouble himself to go before the judge to have him enforce the law. Rav Kahana raises an objection to Rav Yehuda's opinion based on a Braita. Ben Bagbag says, "Do not enter another person's courtyard secretly to take what is rightfully yours without permission, lest you appear to him as a thief trying to steal his property. Rather, break his teeth." In other words, take it by force and say to him, "I am taking what is mine." Evidently, one may take justice into his own hands. Amar lei, Rabbi Yehuda said to him,